alaikum. How are you guys doing? How was the summer vacation? Good, mashallah. Yes, I was at the Muslim Fest.
I saw you too. I saw you too. I saw you.
I went to the zoo.
I saw you.
We're all over the place. Okay. Okay, mashallah. So, alhamdulillah, we're all here. We wish you a happy year, successful year, inshallah. So, again, I'm going to talk to you for about 5 minutes and we'll let you go to your classrooms, inshallah. Who knows this guy?
Not me.
Who likes this movie? His name is what? Kevin, right? This is Home Alone 2. Inshallah, in 1 minute, I'll let you know why I have a picture of this guy. Okay. So, alhamdulillah, you are students at the Maingate Islamic Academy. Alhamdulillah, you receive good education. You have very dedicated teachers. Alhamdulillah. You have a new principal. So, we wish you all the best, inshallah. We know that, as a recap of what I said at the end of last year, the last session we met together, we are here in this world for a short period of time. And you are the one who decides whether you will live a happy, a decent, a successful life or not, right? Your family has done their part by bringing you to the Islamic Academy to get an Islamic education, to be in a good Muslim environment. You have good teachers, good friends, and so on and so forth. We know that from the lives of the Sahaba of the Prophet ﷺ, they tried to do something good every day, either in terms of salah, fasting, giving sadaqah, studying something new with the Prophet, like learning a hadith, memorizing a new surah from the Quran. And this is why some of them, although they were youth when they accepted Islam, they became very successful in life. I'll give you one example. There's one of the Sahaba, his name was Sa'd ibn Mu'adh. How many of you have heard the name? Sa'd ibn Mu'adh. Okay. Sa'd ibn Mu'adh was only about 35 years old when he died. 35 years old. But when he passed away, the Prophet ﷺ said that hundreds of thousands of angels came down for his janazah. And the throne of Allah was shaken because of him. Because this is how important he was for Islam and for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very important. 35 years old, right? You have to read his story. Why was he a very significant figure in Islamic history? How many of you heard of Abu Qasim al-Shabi? How many of you are from Tunisia? Anyone here from Tunisia? No one from Tunisia? So Abu Qasim al-Shabi was 24 years old when he died. 24 years old. And Abu Qasim al-Shabi is the most important poet in the history of Tunisia. If you heard the national anthem of Tunisia, إذا الشعب يوما أراد الحياة فلا بد أن يستجيب القدر, the national anthem of Tunisia was made by him. He was a great poet. And still he is the biggest, the greatest poet of all time in Tunisian history. 25 years old when he died. Why? Because these people tried to leave a legacy, to leave something behind. They were working hard every day. Some of the Sahaba, like Abdullah ibn Abbas, they used to say, if I don't get close to Allah every day, and I don't get distant from Jahannam, and I don't get close to Jannah, and I don't improve as a human being, and I don't learn something new every day, this day is lost from my life. I don't count this day from my life. So every day, inshallah, try to learn something new. If you are learning a new language, try to learn 2 words, 5 words every day. Try to memorize a surah from the Quran, or 1 ayah. Try to understand the meaning of 1 ayah from the Quran, the tafsir of 1 ayah. Try to learn new skills every day, right? Because this is what will make you successful in life. Any day that is gone from your life without learning something new, without you becoming a better person, this is a day lost from your life. And if you are this year what you were 5 years ago, you didn't learn anything new, you didn't improve in any way, then you wasted 5 years or 2 years of your life. So inshallah, in conclusion, I'm going to show you a few examples of people who were your age. Some of them became very successful. Some of them became losers. Why? Those who became successful, they invested their lives. They learned something new. They tried to improve. They tried to become better human beings. And some of them, they have the opportunity to become good people, learn something new, and improve, but they wasted the opportunity. We start with this guy. I think his last name was Culkin, but in the movie, in Home Alone 2, he was Kevin. So this is when he was 8 years old, 9 years old. Eventually, when he was about 17, 18, he became a drug addict. You know, he used to do drugs and stuff. And
Is that Kevin?
yes, this is Kevin when he was about 20 years old. He lost his life to drugs. He wasted his life. Drug addict. So when he was 8, 9 years old, he was very famous, a celebrity. He made millions of dollars. He won awards. But because he didn't improve himself, he didn't learn something new, he didn't hang out with the right folks, drugs. The second guy, any guess who this guy is?
Buzz?
He's an old guy from like,
19.
no.
17.
Okay, I'll tell you. This guy, when he was young, he was your age, like in grade 3, 4. He was an artist. He used to make paintings. And if you go to Google, you'll see some paintings by this guy. He was an artist when he was young. So, this is what became of him.
Hitler.
Do you know this guy? Who said Hitler? Yes. This guy is responsible for the death of somewhere between 15 to 20 million people in Europe during World War II. So he started off as an artist, very nice guy, bright future, great potential, but he wasted everything because of the bad things he was learning and the bad people he was hanging out with. No, they say he committed suicide in 1945. This guy, we're going to conclude with two good guys. This guy was your age. You know who this guy is?
Mandela.
Muhammad Ali? Muhammad Ali.
No.
Malcolm
Someone else? Who's in Malcolm? Yes, Malcolm X. When he was young, because his dad was killed at a young age because of racism and stuff, he ended up stealing at a young age. Thief, selling drugs, and so on and so forth. He ended up in jail, but while in jail, he learned about Islam, and eventually, yes,
How old was he?
I think when he was about 17, he ended up in jail. But of course, no one gets caught the first time they steal, right? So he was stealing for a long period of time, selling drugs. Eventually, he got busted. He ended up in jail. But while in jail, he learned about Islam. He couldn't, through some inmates. It's a long story. Maybe I'll give you the whole story. I did my thesis on the Nation of Islam and the life of Malcolm. But anyway, he learned about Islam. He couldn't read or write. He memorized the dictionary, the whole dictionary. He read many books. He became self-educated. And eventually he became one of the most important civil rights figures in the US. And this guy, without comparison to anyone, I think no one accepted Islam in the US because of anyone more than this guy. I would say literally hundreds of thousands accepted Islam because of this guy, Malcolm X. And he was fighting for the rights of his people.
Does he still live?
No, he died in 1965. This is a picture of him at Muhammad Ali Mosque in Egypt in 1964 when he went for the Hajj. Malcolm X. So the last guy that I want to show you, this guy to the left, who's in Muhammad Ali?
Me.
Okay, me.
Can I say one? I want to have.
Can you come here? Come here. Yes, yeah, over here. You face the crowd. Yeah, mashallah. He looked exactly like this guy. Can you do like this? Do like this? Yeah, he looked exactly like you. Here. You want to take the bee or the butterfly? The bee. So Muhammad Ali, everyone knows, he used to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. This is why we got the butterfly and the bee.
Can I have one?
At the age of 10, his bike was stolen. And he was crying the whole day. He thought his life was devastated. Someone met him and told him, okay, if you catch the guy who stole your bike, what would you do? He said, I can't do nothing. He said, you gotta learn to defend yourself. And he learned to fight as a boxer, and he became the greatest
He became the best boxer in the whole entire world.
in the whole world.
Still nobody's better than him.
The greatest of all time, right? Yeah, he died one day before Ramadan of this year. Khalas, we're almost done, inshallah, because you gotta go down, inshallah, to your classrooms. So from all these images that I showed you, all these people started off at the same place. Some chose to be good people, some chose to be losers. So again, the question is up to you, and make up your mind and think of the answer. Do I want to be a winner or do I want to be a loser? And if you want to be a winner, successful in this life and in Akhirah, what do you need to do, inshallah, to be successful? And throughout this year, inshallah, I'm going to help you answer this question. We'll give you many examples from the life of the Sahaba and important figures from our Islamic history, inshallah, as role models for you. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you and give you success in this school year, inshallah, and give you the best in this life and the next. We'll meet you tomorrow after Salat al-Dhuhr, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum. Tomorrow.